Okay. She-Hulk for episode 1 review. Go. I watched episode 1 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, and these are just my immediate thoughts. I am not scripting this, so we'll see how it goes. I guess we'll do non-spoilers, then spoilers. Non-spoilers. I liked it. I had fun. I thought it was funny. Tatiana Maslany is really great. I already kind of like her because I've watched a bit of the show, the clone show she was on, Orphan is the New Black, and she's good. She's likable. She's funny. I like her in the role. Yeah, it's so far so good. I don't know. I guess that's it. I liked it. We'll see how it goes from here. So far, I'm on board. Spoilers, I guess. She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall. Yay! I clapped. I clapped when I saw that. That made me very happy. It was very brief and simple, and ultimately kind of boils down to I bet you're wondering how I got here, which, you know, is very overdone and kind of just a dumb meme. But for the setup of the show, I think it works fine. I think we're going to get more of her fourth wall stuff later, I'm sure. Even if it's just her talking to the camera, I'm still down with that. I have no reason to think that we would even get that, so the fact that we got that at least is fun. I don't think we'll get anything like weird and crazy, but that's okay. They remembered that that's a thing that She-Hulk does, so hey, point show. This episode was basically just doing her origin and her learning how to use her powers. It was good. I liked it. I liked the use of the Hulk. He's kind of mentoring her how to use her powers. She gets good at them very quickly, which is fine because I think it works here because the way they've set it up is the show is it's not just about her getting strong physically, it's about her learning to balance these two sides of her life. That's the arc that they've set up here. Yeah, I guess I was glad that they did an origin. I feel like a lot of recent Marvel stuff has just like skipped over the origin and maybe we'll get like a little bit of flashbacks. But yeah, they're just like full episode of origin stuff. Cool. Now we can like do the show after this episode. And this episode is solid. We get some fun stuff. We get a fun Hulk fight. They have a fight at one point. It's pretty fun. So the episode starts and then it flashes back to the car accident, which is more or less straight from the comics. The exact circumstances are a little bit different. There's an alien spaceship that Hulk's just like, I'll figure that out later. Will we see that again? I don't know. Maybe. But then she gets her powers and we're doing the show now. She had a line about like, I can't be a Hulk. I'm starting my lawyer firm or whatever, and I just got business cards, and that made me go, I kind of would have liked to see that a little bit. Like we see her life after she's become the Hulk a little bit, but you know, you're allowed to do conventional movie and storytelling origin tropes where we see the character's normal life before it gets interrupted and they have to have an initiating event and become a superhero or whatever. You're allowed to show them before that. I think it would have been kind of cool if when she's like, let's go back, we go back to a little bit before she goes on the trip with Banner, and we actually get to see a little bit of her life, what her normal life was like before she became She-Hulk. I would have liked that. But what we got, I think, is still pretty good. The CG, I think, looks solid. I think it got a bad rap initially, and there were definitely some wonky-looking shots in the initial reveal trailer. The Corridor crew did a good video about how basically it's not as bad as you think it is. I think for the most part it worked pretty well here, and we get a good amount of it, and I think that kind of helps because I think you get used to it as the episode goes on. There was one moment that I thought looked weird, and it's when they're doing like yoga handstands and shit, and she's doing like some weird elaborate pose that I don't think Tatiana Maslany was doing. I think it was just a full CG character, where the rest of it I think is for the most part based on motion capture stuff, so there's like something real to work with, where that shot felt like it was just a CG noodle person, so it looked weird to me. But other than that, everything else I thought looked pretty good. They remembered to explain some stuff from Shang-Chi. So in the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi, Wong shows up and he's like, Shang-Chi, we need you to join the Avengers. And then Banner is there, and his arm is in a sling still from the end of Endgame. But he's just Bruce Banner. He's not like Smart Hulk. And they thought of that and explained it here, which is he's just built some device that allows him to change human, but it was a prototype and it broke, so now he's just Smart Hulk again. Fine, we got an explanation. They thought of a thing, and okay, cool. Maybe we'll also get an explanation for the Abomination scene from Shang-Chi, since that was completely unexplained in that movie, and I'm cool with that. Like, that's the benefit of having an ongoing series, is if like you have a thing that doesn't really make sense and is unexplained, you can later on explain it and come up with a reason for it existing. So hopefully they do that. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot left to say. So far, I like it. I think it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. Not every joke landed 100% for me, but for the most part, I had a good time. Oh, they reference the Captain America being a virgin theory, which is kind of funny, and I think it's fun because it's because She-Hulk from the trailer and from the comics is definitely not a virgin. So I hope we get more of that as well. Banner's like in love with Tony Stark, right? Like, we all had the science bro shippings and stuff before, but like, this kind of he's a little bit in love with him, right? Like, anyways. Oh, and that was Titania, who showed up at the end for She-Hulk to punch, who is a She-Hulk villain. Hey, look at that. Stuff from the She-Hulk comics and the She-Hulk show. That's nice. That's it. So far, I like it. I think this one was a pretty solid episode all around. I hope the show continues to be good. We're getting 9 episodes, I think, so yeah, and that's basically it. I'm gonna keep doing review reactions as the episodes come out, because I'm trying to have more content on my channel. So subscribe, like, and share, and all that. Check out my other She-Hulk video I did earlier this week. I think it's pretty fun. Yeah, that's it. I liked it. I hope it continues to be good. See you next week.